Hey guys, welcome to Project 66 Part 7. In the end of Part 6, I was getting the hood in primer. I got it in primer and I was going to weld this. So I got that done. It's not the prettiest things, but it'll work. So I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of wire brush this off, prime that, and then because it had bleed through, which a bad thing and a good thing. Good thing is it had penetration. I'm gonna have to clean this part up, just grind it, and then re-prime that. So I'll have to do that, and then the hood should be ready for green. And I really want to get this project done because I want to get another project going, and that project is going to be determined by you guys. I'm going to put up a poll and I'm going to give you several options to choose from. I think could be a 2-row corn planter, could be another tractor, but I think the next one's probably going to be mechanical work, but we'll see. Depends on what you guys choose. So also in the last video, you seen that I had a radiator leak. Now I noticed right now, I'll get you some more light here. I got the heater going in the garage too. It's kind of drying up, so it looks like it doesn't leak when it's sitting, but I think it leaked probably when it gets hot, like when I dug the potatoes. You can see here we got coolant. So I did move the hose here. I mean, it is a little bit wet there under the hose. It would be awesome if it was just that, and then it would probably run down in this corner. But I doubt it is. So that should hold pretty good with that tight. I got it pretty tight, the hose clamp. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out. There's a radiator place in town here. I'll try them first, I think, and then they might be able to just resolder this. I mean, they got tricks. I'm sure they've seen every thing in the book. So I'll have to drain the coolant out and then remove it. But if I can get that fixed, then I can just keep moving on this project, and as I said, I want to get it done. It should probably get another oil change because it's still got some grease on the parts, the internal parts. And I also got to work on the more permanent wiring fixtures. I kind of just zip tied it in spots to keep it out of the way so I could run it. So I need like a bracket here. It just gets a bracket that kind of gets bent over and bolted in. That's all it is. I think I got some of the brackets here. Also, the whole month of December, basically, and into January, we built that kind of a little bit addition to the house. The garage is attached to the house here, but before, you had to drive your vehicles in and then go outside that door and then out into the, which would be the back door to get into the house. So we built a way to go into the house without having to go outside, and then we gain more house space with that. There's also a pit here, which used to be Bilko doors, and then we were able to use the pit, and we made a hallway over it. I'll show you this. There's my kitty cat. So now we can come in here. Oh, what? Do you want to go out there? You can go out. Oh, baby. Now we can go into the house here. So there was enough room here. This was this I would have been standing in the garage before. So there was enough room here to make a door. So glad to have that, because you wouldn't believe how much I use that. I don't even have to go outside and get feet wet. Every time you go outside, then your feet are wet and soaked and grabbing stuff. And then we it turned out pretty good, I think. So this is the pit right here, the hallway, standing right over it. So we don't know exactly what we're gonna do yet. Probably put some shelving here yet, and coat hangers and stuff, and things like that. But other than that, we got it pretty much buttoned up. You gonna come back in? Yes. So that was pretty much all of December. Let's see if you can see this on the phone. Without glares. This was it before did anything to it. That plywood right there is covering up the pit. See, the pit was also a safety hazard, because you know, if it was full of firewood, yeah, you can't fall in it, but it was just dangerous. There was wood piles here, racks in the back here. So we're gonna put up a door here, so it'll make it even safer. I'm looking for the first. Okay, that'd be the first day. So November 24th is the first day we worked on it. I can see the laser line on the wall. So it actually wasn't too bad. It went faster than I thought. Oh, and so we made this shelf. So we thought, okay, if we go too deep with that, it'll just be hard to get stuff in the back. You'll have to pretty much walk in there. So we kind of found a balance between the two. So we can still use the pit for firewood or whatever we want. And we got storage here. And on the other side, you little turd, we have storage here. So we built that into it to just store whatever we want. We didn't have a abundance of storage in this house. So we're gonna put more shelves there. And do you want to go back out there? Huh? So that was a pretty big job, but went quicker than I thought. Okay, let's get back at this. So I gotta grind this and then get her in primer. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do a little body filler on it. Because it kind of goes in here. I think the weld kind of pulled a little bit. I'm just gonna put a little bit over each one, and it's good enough. It's a tractor. Alright, it shouldn't need much. Last time I used this was to do this hood patch. And showed a little bit how to use it in there, but it's been sitting since then. Which is probably sometime in fall, late summer. I think that's enough. I would think. If not, I mix some more up. Just going a little bit. The less you put, the longer it takes for it to dry. Sometimes that's a good thing. Trying to wipe that off of there. Otherwise I'll have a screwdriver with a bunch of body filler on it. Yeah, I got some scrapers now. I got them like right after that video. Sometimes you gotta redo stuff. It's just the way it works. There's a little bit of a dip there, I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, I think that'll work. I'll see that dry. Wipe this off. You need to chip it off after it hardens, or I usually take it off when it's wet. So otherwise, sometimes it can chip these, and if it gets a chip in it, then it doesn't work very good to get it smooth. Okay, so now that that's done, I'll put this to dry, and I'll get some of the other sheet metal going here. You ever do jobs like this where you get newspaper and you just use newspaper to cover something, but then you see stories like this? AI shows Star Wars in rural Wisconsin. It's got R2-D2 on a tractor. Doesn't look like an Oliver, so it doesn't have that front axle isn't an Oliver. Chewbacca is a Packers fan, of course. So when I do these projects, sometimes I end up spending more time looking at this crap. But he's gonna get covered up. Alright, so what you saw in a time lapse there, I worked on the hood and all the side panels, these two curtains, and then the two small panels. Got that one in green and that one in green. They were already primed, I just sanded them with 600 grit, and as I said, I want to get this project wrapped up. The radiator I'm not going to go at because I'm looking for a hose that'll fit on here. Then I can just run it into a pail or something. Otherwise it's going to run everywhere. I could do it that way, but I'll try and do it the clean way. I don't have enough green paint, so I am gonna go on a road trip. We have a former Oliver dealer in Seymour, Wisconsin. It isn't too far from me, a little further than Green Bay. And I think I'll take you on the road with me. Take you on a little trip. And they're kind of old school. They're kind of one of the few old school dealers left. They were white for quite a while, and then I think they're Massey Ferguson now, but I think we'll find out. They do have some Olivers in their collection, but the chances of me even seeing that is very slim. So I think I'm gonna end the video here. Ain't a very long video, I know, but I want to keep focusing on this project. There's some dents on here too, that like some wrinkles, and I don't know if a guy should even try. Sometimes if you try to get that out, you make it worse, or you get dents. I don't know, I might not even worry about it. You probably didn't see in that one time lapse, the grinder took the spring and flung it off. Good thing I seen where it went, or kind of where it landed, or by the garage door sensors. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. The next one, if the dealer would happen to be really cool, I would do a separate video on that. Otherwise, I will just have that in the next one, which would be part 8. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.